Everyone, now that you have constructed your first draft and you have received feedback, it is now time to work on your final draft. As I grade your final draft, there are a few major components that I look for when assessing your work. First and foremost, you should have a cover page. Your cover page should reflect APA guidelines by having your title followed by your name and institution affiliation information. The next page should have an abstract, which is a summary of your paper. At the end of this abstract, you're going to have keywords, words that may be unique to the field or to the paper's topic. Next, you're going to start out with your introduction. At the top of your introduction, you should have the title of your paper there. Thereafter, I'm looking for your thesis statement at the end of this introduction. Case in point, for this student, they have a 3-part thesis, which states, earning my bachelor's in business administration with a concentration in project management will help me transition into a leadership role by expanding my opportunities, improving my skills, and offering more flexibility and fulfillment in my personal life. This student has stated the main claim and provided 3 supporting details. Throughout the paper, the student will discuss the thesis statement as well as the SMART goals. It is important to make sure that you provide both level 1 and 2 headings. Level 1 will be centered as such. Level 2 will be flushed to the left and will be bolded as well. This provides organization for your paper. Here is another level 2 heading. Here's another level 2 heading. And these are derived from that 3-part thesis. Another level 2. And then here, the student provides a level 1, the counter argument, which is talking about something completely different from what was in the previous section. And then lastly, there is another level 1, which is a conclusion. Level 1 headings are centered and level 2 are flushed to the left. Also throughout the paper, you see that the student is citing from their sources using APA by including the author's last name followed by the year of publication. And this is seen throughout. Please make sure that you do have in-text citations. Here's another. And there's at least a citation on each page with rationale and also explication. At the end of the paper, I'm expecting to see a references page that follows the APA guidelines. Now, learning how to do references is a skill set, and by no means are you expected to master this skill set. However, you should be able to show some type of requisite knowledge of understanding the structure and formatting. Each citation should have the 4 W's. Who wrote it? When was it comprised? What is it? And then also, where can it be retrieved? You should use hanging indentation, meaning that the second line and any subsequent line is indented by a half margin. And then also, you want to make sure that you have you alphabetize your work. So as you can see, the student first lists Business Insights blog that begins with the letter B, followed by National University, so forth and so on. Now, this is a student's paper, so by no means is this a perfect paper, but it does show the structure that is the minimum requirement for this APA style SMART goals paper. If you have any additional questions, please reach out to me.